All right, so I completely removed some stuff, moved stuff around, kind of cleaned it up a little bit. So you got the 101 station over here. I got the R&R speakers at the end. I got to do something with these boxes. There's a bunch of solar cables in there. I moved the 1976 Radio Shack STA90 right here. It's actually really, really nice radio. I need to deal with that right there. It's not too bad. It's got the walnut veneer, plastic, metal pieces on the end. It's kind of, it was considered probably cheap when it came out, People didn't want to buy it. So you can see somebody put something on top of it that was round and it screwed it up. You see, again, right there. So something was sitting on top of this there and there. And people just really didn't care about these, I don't think, when they came out, but they sound so damn good. Tons and tons of bass, like lots of bass. This is the typical stuff. You have the A and B, the Quadravox. I don't know exactly what that does. And then the dubbing out, headphones in, tape monitor, the low and high filter, bass, treble, balance, mono, loudness. The loudness really has quite an effect. I don't know if there's a price tag on this or not. If there is, I might have just removed it. Usually I peel them off and I stick them on the bottom. But I want to say it was less than $20. Like it was $17 at Goodwill. And it's one of the best stereos that I've ever owned, other than my Yamaha integrated amps from the 80s. So we got all this here. We moved the printer over here. And it's going to sit here, and then I can use the filament dryer and stuff like that. So I thought, it looks pretty clean. Speaker back over here is not in the best place in the world to put it. But then I show this tower that I'm messing with. And then the printer is plugged in. So what I need to do, in order to use this printer, I need something that's going to work with Linux. Or I have to put Windows on this. Like I said, I have the product key, so I just need an installation. I would probably like to have a dual boot where it actually worked properly, but I've never had any such luck. But usually what that entails is, like, I don't remember, you have to install like Linux first and then Windows, or I don't know how it works. But I could do dual boot, or I could just do separate hard drives and configure them and, unplug one of them. But I don't know if there's any software on Linux that's going to run this directly with a USB, like some kind of print serving software. If this version is on, so there is, let me take a look here. There is a really old version of Cura, and it might have that printer on it. Also, that printer can just be considered a CR10. Let's see here. And I might be able to just use like Prusa Slicer too. Let's just see. What is Tempest? Interesting. It's a really old one, 4.13. And I don't know why they don't have, like, let me see what it pulled up something else when I typed in Cura Tempest. I want to see what Tempest is. Open Stack Cluster API. Huh. Okay. Let's go Prusa. Well, those are the two that we know we can get for sure. 2.7.4. I don't think that's the latest either. I don't know You know, with Linux, I mean, it's like not as simple to just update things. Anyway, while that's doing its thing, what I really should probably do, I bought this for $189. I had my fun with it. I printed with it. I printed some really large stuff during the winter with it. And I flashed the firmware, bricked it, figured out how to unbrick it, printed a custom cover for the hot end so you could see a little bit better. Did the direct drive conversion. This is a old 8-bit board, and the problem with it is like you can't really update the board because the board is specifically designed to run this dryer. And I'm sure I could rig up something to run the dryer separately, but the way that this one sits, the dryer is programmed in. If it'll focus. Oh, I see why. Okay, so the dryer, you can go up to 55. You click start. It's just on a timer. It's not even like self-detecting or anything like that. And if you look at this dryer, you know, you can see it looks a lot like the other Sunlu dryers. You've got a little rubber grommet here or something or other. There's a hole in a couple places, but there's like a button looking thing here. So it's an 8-bit board. It's touchscreen. It prints okay. It's not super fast. It's kind of set up like a CR10. It's got a touch sensor, so it's auto bed leveling. It's kind of like an interesting deal for sure. It's pretty well made. I like how they put the bars really far apart. But then I have these ones here, which take up a lot less room, but they're the same print bed. Because what they did here is they put this thing on the front, and most of this is just storage. And then the display is right here with the motherboard, but back behind here is just empty space. And then that's the power supply. So literally that could have went all the way forward, off to the side, something else, you know. So I've been getting rid of stuff just because, like, I'm finding what I need and what I don't need. And I mean, this is a great printer if you're going to be printing a lot of like really large stuff and you don't care about how fast it's going to print it. You know, it's good for that. It seems to be a little bit less finicky than some other printers. But anyway, if I could get it set up here to be on some kind of server or something, then I might use it a little more often because I could just go in here and I could easily design something on this computer and rapidly just kind of print a prototype. And also, I think it uses Creality nozzles, so that would mean that I can probably screw around and put like a 0.08 or a 1 in the thing here and make it print faster. I'm also going to be trying that on these. So, yeah, I kind of got some plans, guys. This, you know, slowly getting caught up. You know, sold a radio, sold 2 printers, you know, moved some stuff around. So we're making slow progress, but it's fun, and otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. So anyway, we'll catch you guys later.